another live. This is my second live on this channel. First one was kind of a bust, but also I didn't know so many things. I was just figuring things out. So this is my second one on this channel. The first one I did on this channel was a bust, and I did another one yesterday with my different channel, and that one was kind of nice. So figuring things out and seeing how it is. I'm hoping that I keep this one. So about to make some lunch. First, it is important to hydrate. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just also trying to find like a better angle. This seems nice. So let's just see what we can make for lunch. Tomatoes, some cottage cheese. It's like a light lunch. It's not heavy. I was thinking also making some eggs on this side, so that could be one idea. But this is the rice cakes, so it could qualify as like carbs, because I don't necessarily have bread. So we have to make the best of things and do that. So the way the packaging is, this one is so bad because I like just the bigger packaging, but inside of it, it is super tight. And whenever I try to take the rice cakes out, it's like, I feel like I'm breaking it more. I just don't understand why they have to make it like super, super tight. Anyways, so I feel like lots of people don't like rice cakes, but I love them because they're so versatile. You can use this for like something sweet treat, like you can see in the picture, or you can use it for something that is savory. So it's very versatile, so versatile. So anyways, we have these two. They're already very crunchy and like stuff. You don't have to do so much, like toast it or anything. So then we have cottage cheese. So this is the one I have from Trader Joe's, but you can have any cottage cheese. So it's like not. Just, I usually get the one that's like either non-fat or low-fat. It's very sometimes hard to find a non-fat one, so that's why I get this one. Then I'm gonna add some, I don't have heirloom tomatoes, but I have these tomatoes, and just slice some of it and just put it on top of it. Then I will just add some seasoning, and that could be it. I may also make some eggs on the side, so we'll see. Let me first. So trick with the cottage cheese, like you always want to mix it because there's sometimes a lot of liquid and you don't want it to be like too liquidy. So definitely want to mix it because it has like beads like this. That's why sometimes what people do is like they put this in a blender like this and they blend it so it becomes like this like cream format. And that's also like not bad either. So that's like one of the options that you could do. Essentially like a whipped cottage cheese. I know lots of people don't like cottage cheese. So I know like my sister doesn't like it. A lot of people don't like it. But cottage cheese is like so nutritional and so versatile. That's one of the big reasons. I think it's like a nice snack consider for sure. So, and that was quick, so. I'm like dropping everything. You know that? Is that what you just saw? If I don't pick it up now, I'm gonna step on it. So, let me just pick it up. Okay, down with the cottage cheese. I'm actually thinking maybe I can make some boiled eggs. That's also processed though, so maybe not. Fried eggs is always like easier. So I'm gonna just use 1 tomato. Thinking like 1 should be enough, I feel like. I'm running out of knives, so I'm using a bread knife right now. One thing with bread knives is that like they cut so well. That's what I love about. Oh. And I cut myself. It was so shit. I didn't realize how sharp it was. Crap. Yeah, I don't want to gross you guys out. I'm just gonna pick up a Band-Aid real quick. That was... It's like literally my first time. Well, one of the first times using this. So that explains now. Just hope that this stops it. Hopefully. Okay. I did an absolutely horrible job with this. And I guess this is a tip to be careful when you use the bread knife or sharp knife at all, usually. So that was just bad on my end. I have used like other knives many times, and this is like one of my first times using it, and I guess I didn't realize how close I was holding it. So hopefully it stops soon. It's definitely burning quite a bit. Anyways, you're done with the tomatoes. So this is what it looks like. Let's see. Now I just have to like season it a little bit and clean this counter. So I'm gonna add some salt. Some pepper. I usually also sometimes add garlic powder and onion powder, but that is usually something I use like if it is towards the night. Because during the day, if I'm gonna go out or something, I don't use like too much garlic or onion as when you're, in public. So I'm trying not to, have that smell. Anyways, so I have that. Now I'm just gonna put some turkey on the side. This is one of the just protein options. And I use this turkey. It is the organic turkey that you could find at Costco. This one is so good because comparing to the other ones, they're high, like not so much about the calorie wise, but like they're high in like sodium. This one has like the lowest one. It's really recommended by so many people actually. It's like if you look at like nutritions and when you talk about like turkey, especially from Costco. So this is like best bang for your buck because you just get a lot for it. So I'm just gonna separate it like this. And usually I do one of each, so 2 slices on one and 2 slices in one. But I don't feel like opening a new pack, so I'm just gonna use this. But I think this is still not necessarily enough for me for lunch, so I'm thinking I might make like 2 eggs on the side and that could be it. Okay, so far I'm not seeing any more bleeding, so I feel like we are in the clear. But it was definitely deep because this knife was way too sharp. Like I didn't realize how sharp it was, and it makes sense because it's for bread, but I just didn't realize how sharp it was. Now I'm kind of scared of using it. Anyways, so I think what I'm gonna do is like instead of just making like sunny side up eggs or something, I'm going to make, using this small pan, just scrambled eggs. Scrambled eggs are so easy to make, and also you can like have multiple. So I think I'm just gonna make with like maybe 3 eggs, so that could be it. Because my pan is small, usually I use 4 or 5 eggs. But I'm using a smaller pan today. So I gotta have to do. So I'm just gonna use olive oil. I do have to refill this. And I have the yeah, so this is pretty much empty, so I do have to refill this. This one is also something I got from Costco. I mean Trader Joe's. This one I really like too. It's pretty decent. So I use this one sometimes, but this is like, it's a good spray, good oil, but it is so messy, extremely messy. And when you spray it, it just goes everywhere. I don't know if it is because of the this spray form, or just it's bad, poorly designed. Like, I can't tell which one it is, so I'm actually gonna throw this away. It's almost gone. But it's extremely, extremely messy. Like, whenever I have used that, and whenever even I put it in there, in my shelf, it's always like, I have to clean it afterwards. Because there's always like residue of oil. So, which makes me so annoyed. Anyways, so let me just warm up the, I'm gonna warm up the pan, this pan, to make some scrambled eggs. We have 3 eggs. Because the pan is small, I just feel like, I've done like 5 eggs. It's usually like doesn't turn out great because it's like pan is too small. And I'm lazy and I don't have like extra pan. So for this one, usually it's like 3 or 4 max. Because otherwise it's gonna be like a bit bulky and chunky and it's not gonna cook evenly. And you don't want that. That's my biggest like pet peeve when it comes to making like eggs. So that's why when you're using a smaller pan, especially like this size, 2 is definitely ideal, 3 is okay, 4 is the max. So anyways, this is what our thing looks like. Okay, so far we are good. I'm gonna have to fix my band-aid because it kind of looks like a mess since we are waiting. I'm gonna see if also I have like a smaller one. Yes, which I do. Because that one was like a huge band-aid. This is like story of my life. Constantly breaking. Like I recently just injured myself while lifting. To be fair, it was my fault. Like the machine was like faulty, but I got like sprained ankle. Not like really bad form, but it is sprained for sure. It's like I'm almost done with it, but it is sprained for sure. Okay, so. Okay, this isn't as bad. Just trying to see how I can. Okay. This seems like it's okay. Okay, I think our pan is almost ready. So I just had to fix this mess of my band-aid because I was trying to put it on very quickly. But it looks so much better. Well, it's just in such weird spot like here. I just didn't know if I should put it like this or if I should put it like this. But you're good. I'm just glad it's not my finger that I used to put my contacts on. Because that would suck. I mean, this would not take long to heal, but that would suck. Okay. So, time to crack our egg. I'm just gonna make it like lower heat. This is 1. Number 2. So we have these 3 eggs. So I'm gonna crack it now to, to make it scrambled. Lots of people actually, sometimes they make it almost like a scrambled style. Like they usually crack the eggs before putting in the pan, like almost like an omelet way. But you can just also do it like this. Just crack it and mix it. But I think the trick I have learned with the scrambled eggs is that you don't want to rush too much. You want to mix it at low speed, because otherwise it cooks way too quick, because you don't want to overcook it. Because things with scrambled eggs is that it's all about timing. Because like omelets, sometimes you can like a bit overcook, although it doesn't taste that good. It's like you don't want it to be like that different texture. You want it to be soft, warm, but like kind of like in some ways like fluffy. I know some people also like don't like too watery scrambled eggs, so that's what I'm saying. You have to find like the consistency between. But what I have learned from like lots of like people that cook on like TikTok and stuff, they were saying that if you feel like it's like getting close to being almost cooked, then you just take it off the pan, because it's gonna cook a little more afterwards. So it's like definitely getting there. I want it to be like a little bit more cooked, because I don't want it to be too runny. But other thing I have learned is like you can add like some creme fraiche or cottage cheese or any sort of cheese, like feta cheese. That will add some like fluffiness and some texture. So that could also make your scrambled eggs taste great. Okay, from this of it, looks like it's cooked. Now I'm just gonna, so we are putting in this side. It's also my first time fully cooking while also doing live. Didn't realize how difficult it is. You guys can see it's not super runny. It is fluffy. Oops, I'm trying to find the angle. Shit. Sorry. Don't want to make you guys okay, yeah, get whiplash from this, but yeah, this is what it looks like. Let me switch the camera. This looks so much better. This is the lunch. Anyways, lunch is ready for drinks. I usually have coffee, but I just ran out of coffee. Actually, I think I might be able to make one more cup of coffee. So I'm gonna make an iced version. So I have my Starbucks mug. I love this mug so much. I'm gonna get some ice from the fridge. So there's lots of ice. Quite a bit of ice. And I have some coffee there. Now I'm just gonna pour it from my coffee maker. This is my favorite, quite expensive coffee maker, but I have saved so much to buy this. But I have been also using this like ever since I bought it. I have been using it for over like, I think it's gonna be 3 years now. So this has been a good investment from that aspect. I love it. If you're a good coffee connoisseur and you love espresso drinks, definitely 100% recommend. It's one of those fancy machines, but it's also manual too. It's like almost giving like a barista vibe, so would recommend. Anyways, now that my coffee is here, I'm about to start having lunch. On that note, I'm about to log off, but just wanted to pop in here and say hello and hope you guys have a good time, good day today, and I'll hope to catch you guys in the next live.